Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I be forgetting to turn my my camera on my computer. Bless my heart. I think by the end of this week, as I've been showing up at 6:33 in the morning just to be here, to see what happens, to speak from the heart, to encourage us, to motivate us, all the things. But I have challenged myself, which entails so much more as far as discipline, trust in the process, just all the things, right? So, anyway, yeah, I be trying to do this thing, y'all, but I am here. It is Wednesday, and Hump Day Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I'm excited because I started off this week on Sunday, stating that I was gonna, I was in prayer, y'all. I keep my journals. I write other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I like to write what I got going on so that I can process it much better. And so, venturing out into new horizons, doing different things. Uh, I'm trying to set it up, child, y'all. I don't know how to set this up to. I ain't gonna say I don't know how. I didn't. I need to set it up because I have multiple things going on. So y'all just work with me. Then sometimes when I'm not looking at you, we hear it's just the words we won't write. But good morning, Roxy. So this morning, Sunday, as I was starting the week, well actually, let me go back. I was just on vacation last week. Went on a 5-day cruise. It was awesome. I love going on cruises because that's an opportunity. I don't have to do a whole lot. It's already done for me. I ain't got to cook. I ain't got to make my bed. I ain't got to be concerned about none of that stuff, chat. And the activities are already there, like all the things. But I love going on cruises because it helps me, gives me a moment, an opportunity to reflect as well on my life without the noise. Even in the moments where it's just myself at home, it can still feel noisy. So I love going on cruises. Taking me back. Good morning, True. So anyway, I was on my cruises last past week, 5-day cruise, not enough days, but I am grateful for it. And I had some moments of reflection, and one of the things that I reflected on is how can I show up different. For those that don't know me, I am Tawanda. I'm a personal development coach, author, and host of Talks with Tawanda podcast. And I do events and workshops and all the things, just going through this space of just healing from myself, just going through this space of healing and just transformation. And as a coach, being able to be in position to where I can share the things that actually blessed my life. Good morning, SO. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But anywho, so anyway, I be going off, y'all. I am blessed with the gift of gab. So just, hey, as I've said all week, if you heard from me, I am human before I am anything. So I just kind of flow with it, baby. But anyway, going and doing reflection, one of the things that poured onto my heart is just show up at 6:33. 6:33 in the morning. Okay, 6:33. What significance to that is seek the kingdom. Seek the kingdom. Stay prayed up. I am expecting some things from God this week. I am expecting some big things. Like He's been showing up for me, y'all. But just because He's been showing up, as I give Him praise, I'm also going to continue to give Him my list. So today, as we've talked this week about a few things, we spoke to ourselves for our week. Well, we spoke to our week. We allowed ourselves to have faith in the frustration, faith over frustration, rather. But today we protected our peace. That's a big one. We are protecting our peace. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Um, Philippians 4:7 says, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Jesus Christ. Now, I ain't here to preach, we just here to talk about it. I like this scripture because it does keep me grounded. It keeps me grounded in my mind. Like I know I'm in a battle. The Bible also tells us no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And the way I interpret that thing is I interpret it as, like I'm gonna go through some stuff. There's some stuff that's gonna come my way. There's some things that I'm gonna have to experience throughout the day. But I'm just gonna have to remain steadfast on my peace. Good morning, everybody that's popping in. Thank you for tuning in, beautiful people. It is now 6:38. The goal is to start at 6:33 for me. It is my personal goal for this week. So if you up and you got time for it, just come and holler, drop in, say good morning, say how you're doing, something, say something to sis. But it's time to put purpose before the day. I am your girl, Coach Tawanda, again, certified personal development coach, author, host of Talks with Tawanda. Y'all gonna see me look in different ways. I'm not ignoring you, but honestly, I'll be between writing, trying to look in two screens, and everything else. Monday, we spoke life. We spoke life over our week. There are some things that we are expecting in this week, in this season, and we spoke life on over it on Monday. And again, Tuesday, we chose faith over frustration because when you start speaking life into your day, into your situation, there's going to be some things that's going to come and try to shake you. There's going to be those little tidbits of things that's going to come through and try to shake you. I don't know. Good morning. And when they come, we want to be prepared. And the way that we prepare ourselves and anchor ourselves is just staying faithful through the frustration. It is okay. It's going to happen. But how we interpret it is what makes a difference. So today we are going to be learning about protecting the peace that we've been praying for. I know I am not the only one that be over here. Lord, stop that phone from ringing. Lord, let the bills stop flowing through. All the things, right? I don't think the bills are gonna stop flowing. Well, one day they may, you know what I'm saying? Like while I'm still here. Yeah, that thing. But I think they'll always be there. And so being that they are, it's just the protecting my peace is just being prepared for what's coming. Have you ever noticed how once you find that little piece, you just found it, something or somebody tries to disrupt it. Phone ring, as I say, them bills gonna come through, and the tests are gonna start rolling in. Good morning, Amanda and Sweet Hazel. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But peace isn't something you wait for. Nope. You don't wait for peace. It's something you protect. Peace is something that you already have. And it's just like when you're waiting for it, like, I've been in conversations and I have these calls that come and, they just stealing my peace. Can't nobody steal nothing, baby. What you're doing is giving it away. It is our responsibility to protect our peace. It is our responsibility to guard our hearts. It is our responsibility to guard our minds. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've been up so early. I should have refreshed my coffee, but I'm gonna go roll with it because it's about gone. The cup is about empty. But anyway, it's our responsibility. Sometimes I think we give that responsibility to other people, and it's ours. It is our responsibility to protect our peace. Protecting our peace means knowing what to ignore. Y'all, there's gonna be some phone calls that come through. And you already know that this person probably ain't what this person talking about ain't aligned. You already know this person probably got drama going on. And it is not that you just avoiding, but sometimes you just gonna have to pray about that person and just, not answer the phone call at that time. You're gonna have to put yourself in a position and just discipline yourself and stand on your boundaries and, protect your peace by saying, yeah, I'm gonna miss that event. I'm not gonna be able to show up because our peace is important. And we got to know how to protect it. We got to know what to pray over. We got to know what to walk away from because there's some things that we are still holding on to that we should be letting go of. I'm just saying, you don't have to attend every argument. You don't have to, attend every event that's offered to you. You don't have to react to everything that happens. When you think about road rage and you think about, just, attitude, just all the things. You think about what somebody said and how they said it and how they looked when they said it, just all the things. You don't have to react to everything, because not reacting to everything that comes your way helps you to protect your peace. Everything don't need your attention. It is okay to waver, to see, okay, do this situation need my attention more than I need to be keeping my peace? Would this take away from me keeping my peace? You just got to ask yourself those questions, because your peace is important. This is a season that you no longer give the responsibility of maintaining your peace to someone else, because they're not going to take care of it the way you should be taking care of it. Sometimes the most powerful thing that we could actually do or say is nothing. Nothing. Don't give it your attention. Don't give it your time. Don't give it your energy. Don't give it your peace. It's not worth it. To the one who's been trying to stay calm while chaos surrounds you, God sees your effort. To the one who's tired of being strong but still standing, your peace isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you don't care. Yeah, I care about you, but I also care about my peace. I love you, but I also love myself. It means that you're mature enough to know what deserves your energy. A lot of people gonna come through, oh, you acting funny. I am. I'm acting funny because in this season in life, I may need to, according to you, Bennett is acting funny because according to me, I'm protecting my peace. But if you see it as acting funny, then I'm not here to disagree with you. So this season I'll be acting funny if that's what you say it is, if that's what it takes to protect my peace. Because I know in my heart, nothing I do is with ill intent to bother, uproot, or destroy anybody else, but my sole purpose and responsibility is to protect my peace. You heard me? We have to understand that peace is not found in a place. It's just like waking up, getting all dressed and cute, going over here to this place because you think that if you go there you're going to find peace. No, baby, you got to take peace with you. Peace is something that's connected to you. It's not connected to the place. It's you. The peace is within you. Okay, I'm just saying. So what it looks like is, no matter what happens around you, speaking to yourself, I will not lose my peace today. I have this thing. I have an amazing day on purpose. I know you've probably heard it in your life. Somebody then probably said it. I have been using it for a very long time. And I will tell you, it was a whole mindset shift. Good morning, Amanda. It was a whole mindset shift when I say, have an amazing day on purpose. I'm allowing myself to know that this day is going to come with some things. Somebody may cut me off. Somebody may call me at the wrong time. Somebody may roll their eyes. I may stump my toe. Something may happen. But despite what it looks like, despite what it feels like, I am going to have an amazing day on purpose. So at the end of my day, I can sit down and I evaluate. I take inventory of my day. I take inventory of those things that went well that I am proud of. I give myself credit and congratulations for that, because I procrastinate and all the things sometimes. But I also, those things that did not quite work in my favor, or those moments where somebody did cut me off, and whatever the thing is, I get to evaluate it at the end of the day. And in that evaluation, it allows me to again process how I'm going to show up tomorrow. I'm going to show up a little bit different. Good morning, Rob. I'm just going to show up a little bit different because my peace is important. I don't want to react to everything. I've been getting phone calls and oh, I love my people. I love those phone calls. Now I can receive the phone calls when I get, hey T, could you just say a prayer for me? I got you. I got you. Hey T, could you help me with this idea? This is the idea that I have. What do you think about it? I can rock with you. When you come to me and everything is about just everybody that just did something to you and life is just, going all chaotic, I can get you, but I've got to get you out of that space because I got to allow you to know that it is your responsibility to keep your peace. Now, it is okay to discuss a situation, but it is not okay to sit in it to where you are disturbed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just want to know, and you can just type in the box if you here to type it in. I just want to know, good morning. What's been trying to steal your peace this week? What's that thing that's been nugging at your phone calls, people, work, whatever it is? What's that thing that's been trying to steal your peace this week? Because I want you to know something. Even if it's not a big thing, it's those little distractions that sneak up on us. The phone ring, throw your mood off. The person who pulls back, try to pull you back into old habits, got you over there wavering and debating because, going to turn up, today, knowing you shouldn't be, it can kind of, throw a little distraction in there, um, and them unexpected bills, them unexpected situations like, Sunday, I mentioned the other day, I had a great day. Oh, I had my day planned. I was going to do, which I did. I got up, I cleaned up. It was a simple day because trust me, I have been traveling the last few weeks. When you got traveling, then I got events I'm setting up for. I got life, right? All the things all the time, right? But Sunday, I'm sitting minding my own business. I am, I did my little self-care and all the good stuff. And, I did have a part that I was going to get for my car. So I'm thinking I'm ahead of the game. I'm trying to get the little stuff fixed on the car and things of that nature. And I get to Walmart to get my groceries. And Lord, I go back to my car and it won't stop. Now that's after I came from getting the part on that I needed to have on. And I could have responded in a negative way. I could have responded in agitated because again, I just left getting a part on and it's like, okay, wait a minute. I thought we was fixing a problem. Now here we go with another one. But in the moment of it, I just, I decided like, you know what? I called my guy like, hey, look, this is what's going on. He was on his way getting on the road. So I respect that he came because I know intentionally he wouldn't have done nothing crazy or whatever. I just need to let him know, hey, guess what? I'm over at Walmart and this is what happened. And so, of course, he wasn't there to come and take care of it. Love him anyway. That's my guy. And but anyway, I'm sitting in Walmart parking lot like, only thing I think of, y'all, I want to get my food out the car. I got shrimps in this trunk. I got I got stuff in this trunk that I need to get out because I put my stuff in the trunk and my buzzer wasn't going. I got stuff in the trunk. I can't get out there. I couldn't get to the level. It was just all the stuff, right? But in the midst of it, like my heart was still, it wasn't like laughing out loud, but it was smiling. I was okay. I just decided in that moment, I'm not going to get mad. I was okay. I've had this car forever and I love my car. Don't judge me. It's paid off. You do you, I do me. And, but I'm going to say love. I like it. Cause I love the one that I'm working on now. But anyway, back to the program. I decided in that moment, that I was going to not allow myself to respond in a way to where I was agitated. Because, usually, your day going and you trying to, if I leave the house with my car, I want to come back to the house with my car. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it is what it is. Like, I ain't got time for no problems. I got a busy week. I need my car. But I was more concerned. So, you know what? I just want to go home and finish out the day. This was not a part of my day. Now, this was not a part of the day I planned, but it's part of my day. I could have came home And I could have been just stressed and worried. I could have worried. I ain't worried about that car. I locked that car up. I got my groceries out that trunk, locked that car up, and told my nephew, baby, get me to the house. I got dinner to cook. And came home and cooked and still ate. And relaxed and chill and didn't think about the car no more. I had someone to come the next day, like, hey, you ready? I'll be ready in a minute. He looking at me, I'm looking at him like, it's like, ain't no rush. Listen, it's there. I feel in my heart that when we get there for it, that it's gonna work. It's gonna do what it needs to do, right? And that's just how I felt about it. Like I literally, there was not nothing in my body, my spirit that was worried at that moment. I slept good. And I say that to say because that's not always life. And that's not always being my reaction because usually I'm like, oh Lord, here we go again. It's always something. It's not always something. It's just something sometimes. And so shifting the mindset and looking at things from a different perspective, it makes a good bit of sense. And it's all a part of protecting peace. I'm your girl, Coach Tawanda, personal development coach, author, and host of Talks with Tawanda. I am here every morning for the rest of this week at 6:33. Whatever the message that God put on my heart, I am going to speak into this space. And I pray at the moments that it's heard, I pray that it's also received. In the name of Jesus. Yeah, no, peace. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Peace doesn't leave on its own, y'all. We usually hand that thing over. Peace does not leave on its own. You don't lose your peace. It ain't hiding from you. It's literally right there with you. And according to how you view your peace, according to how you protect your peace, according to how you respect your peace, just according, just according. That allows you to understand what it looks like, feels like, and what you need to do to keep it that way, right? It's not the responsibility of someone else's, it's yours. So today, guess what? I don't know about you, but I know about me. I'm choosing not to give away my peace so easily. If you want my peace, you're going to come fight for it. All these little lint balls. If you want my peace, you got to come and fight me for it. And you got to be ready because I am geared up and protected and ready to protect. I'm ready to protect what's mine. Come on, devil. If you think you're bad enough, that's what I be over here, telling myself because let me tell you, I like the peace. You got to understand, I come from a place at a very early age of not understanding boundaries, not understanding the truth of self-worth. I come from this dysfunctional, toxic space. And so I've had to put years into, I had to put years to and make a promise to myself that it will continue on throughout life. And that's to be on the journey of healing, make sure I stay aligned and protecting my peace. I have went through life and I have carried the burdens of so many people. And I realized I thought I'm a fixer. See, it's like it's twofold. Um, I was a let me see I was between people pleasing and fixer upper, type person. And it just kind of entwined in there together. The weeds of people pleasing kind of came in and tangled itself all up. You know what I mean? And so with that, I allowed myself in places and spaces, accepting things that just drained me. Sometimes when we're in the wrong position, like, well, we have to be positioned, we can be in the wrong position, and the wrong position will drain you. And so at all costs, I got to protect my peace because you know what? If your situation gonna cost me my peace, it's too expensive for me. Yeah. That's what I have to tell myself. And that you may want to go on and use it. You know how you go into the store and you check them prices. You gotta see if you can afford it today or not. Those moments. Okay. Yeah. Your peace is the same way. You got to check the price of the information that's coming in. Can you afford it? Can you afford to give your piece away? Sometimes that thing, if it's too expensive, I ain't gonna even rock with it. It ain't my day and time. Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know about you, but I can talk about me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, we just here talking about protecting our peace, as we have talked about this week, first week in life over our week. There are some things in expectation for this week. You should be expecting something every day. Wake up expecting something great every day. And yesterday we talked about faith over frustration, understanding that there will be moments that, yeah, it's gonna come and get a little shaky, especially when you start praying about some things, when you start sitting in some intentions that's gonna better life. It's gonna be some things that's gonna come and shake the table. And in those moments, I just came yesterday to remind us to just stay faithful in it. And today we are going to protect the peace, because again, as we set those intentions for the day, there are going to be some people, places, things, all the things that's going to come and try to um, disrupt your peace. But I want us to understand that it is our responsibility. Coming to you, I am Coach Tawanda. I am a personal development and goals coach. I am an author and also the host of Talks with Tawanda. Talks with Tawanda, I turn pain into purpose. I love it. I'm still working on putting it, getting all the quinks and spazzing it up and all that stuff. But the message within it, the message from the heart, even myself, I listen sometimes, and I speak life into myself. I'm sorry, this alarm. My alarms. I have so many different alarms going off, and they all play music. Bless my heart. Alarm always going off somewhere. But anyway, yes. Um, as I said, I'm Coach Tawanda, personal development coach, goals coach. I am an author and the host of Talks with Tawanda, where I have turned pain into purpose using poetry, story time, and coaching. Yes, some of the things that I coach my clients on will be some of the things displayed, not their personal life, but displayed in those spaces, as well as those moments that I've healed myself. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to it, because my time is almost up. I just came to do what I said I was gonna do, which was jump on live at 6:33, training myself up, discipline myself, being ready for the next journey that I am about to take. Just get ready, get ready, get ready for it. I am ready for it. I know what it is. You will soon find out. So as we get ready to wrap this thing up, um, I have a question, and it's a question that I've often had to ask myself as well. How do you protect your peace when life gets loud? And the reason I ask myself, because I'm constantly tweaking what I need to tweak to make sure that I am aligned with what it is that I am needing or ready for or trying to do in life. So how do you protect your peace when life get hard? I've had to learn that protecting my peace is practice. It's not, let me tell you, I wake up early every morning. Now it's funny. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have been an entrepreneur now for a long time, a few years. So there's a few things that I have my hand on, from real estate. I am a mobile notary. Um, I have, I write, I coach, I do events, I do all the things. Depending on how I feel, I have months that I do certain things. It's just fun. I do me. But in that space of being an entrepreneur, I wake up early morning. It's funny because if you would have put me on a real job, like a 9 to 5, child, I will go crazy trying to get up early in the morning talking about going to work. I just don't think I could do it at this point in my life. So I love the space that I have created for myself. It's on my vision board. I keep it freshened up because, hey, I got to stay aligned, right? But anyway, I wake up early in the morning. And why I wake up? Because that's the time I first put in with myself. Good morning, fire. That's the time I put in with myself. because I know I am a coach, because I know I do get phone calls just to talk about it, pray about it, work it out, whatever it is. I do know that life is going to knock at my door before I decide to even wake up. And so I wake up because I don't want to get through the end of the day. I went through all those years where I woke up and put people first, and then I became empty. So now I wake up and I put me first so that I can continue to allow my cup to be filled, right? Lord, it's 7. I got to go get ready to wake this baby up, honey. She likes to be, well, actually, I'm going to try to call her. Yes, I have. She ain't no baby, but she my baby. She'll always be my baby. I'm just going to stop this right now because I'm finna call back here to my daughter and wake her up. She likes me to knock at her door and wake her up in the morning. She loves my good mornings. Good morning, booby. Let's see. Y'all, she ain't answering the phone, but it's it. Good morning, Tiara. Tara, we was. I'm so sad. I'm trying to call Leah. I know she in the other room. I was hoping she wake up, cause I ain't wanna. I didn't wanna get up. She still be thinking she need her mama to come wake her up in the morning, honey. And so I thought I would do so, but we gonna see in a minute. But anyway, I'm finna get ready to get off here in a minute. But we was just chopping it up. I have challenged myself to be on live every morning at 6:33. I am trusting in God for some things. I have some amazing things that's going on. And, not just being on live for that. A lot of it is discipline and things of that nature as well. But this week, what we did was start Monday with speaking life over our week. Like, what are those things that we are expecting, mindset wise, those shifts? Like, how are we looking to show up for the week? And we spoke life over those things on Monday. And yesterday, we spoke about faith over frustration, because in those moments that we go and we put those plans together and we try to get everything all set up and all the stuff, then life kind of start throwing stuff at us. There's situations and things, and frustration, extra bills, and all the things that comes about. And in those moments where the frustration can build up, in those moments we have to stay faithful. And today it's about protecting our peace, understanding that it is our responsibility. I mentioned before that there's many moments I hear people say, I'm gonna just go wake her up, y'all, because I ain't got time. I ain't trying to. Sorry, you too, Bobby, but I ain't got time to be trying to take up school this morning because I need my energy. Good morning, now. Look, get up. Get up. It just be the little things, and she just feels better getting up in that manner. But anyway, protecting our peace is one of those things. I think it goes with, gotta hook myself back up. It just, y'all, I got too much going on. Bless my heart. It goes with just really setting the tone for self. I often hear people say, they disturbing my peace, or they taking my peace. They still can't nobody steal nothing from you. Your peace is yours. It's your responsibility. Can't nobody steal your peace, but what you can do is give it out. When you don't set boundaries, when you don't even identify what your peace look like, you know what I'm saying? Look at all that mess coming about, child. Everything falling over on me. Bless you, Lord. But no, seriously, our peace is our responsibility. It is not the responsibility of someone else. We can't walk into spaces thinking we're going to find our peace. No, we got to walk into spaces with our peace, understanding and knowing when it's shifting. We got to be okay with turning down some engagements. We got to be okay with staying out of conversations, anything that's going to disrupt your peace. But in order for you to know what's going to disrupt your peace, you got to even understand where your peace lies. What is it? What does your peace mean to you? What does it look like to you? Sometimes you may have to turn off your phone. Sometimes you're gonna have to walk away without saying anything because everything don't deserve your attention. When you think about your character, when you think about how you choose to say, and this is how I evaluate my piece and kind of relate to it. When I think about how I choose to show up, sometimes you can be in situations where you get pulled and drained from so many different people to where, you don't mind helping and you don't mind showing up, but you have showed up in the wrong time, in the wrong places. And now you just all discombobulated. No, know your time and your place, and know and understand that your piece is your responsibility. You don't go into spaces thinking that somebody else is going to be responsible for making your day okay. No, that's your responsibility. You have the responsibility to wake up whatever you need. If you don't prioritize what you need to keep yourself at peace, then baby, that's your problem, not mine. Protecting your peace means setting boundaries. When you actually look at your boundaries and you actually look at what's shaking the table, it'll help you actually put together a little plan for yourself to understand what's important and what's not. Your boundaries are your responsibility, again, just like your peace. Your boundaries are your responsibility. Their reaction to your boundaries is their responsibility. You got to know what's your responsibility and what's theirs so that you don't get it mixed up. Because when you go into the space setting your boundaries, which is your responsibility, and then you go worrying about their reaction, which is their responsibility, then you out of line. You are not concerned about how, I don't care about how you respond to how I protect myself. It ain't my business. It is not my business how you respond to how I protect myself. It's never with the intentions of hurting anybody. It's always with the intentions of seeking me and what I need in this season of life. And if you is not included in that, baby, we just gonna love you from a distance. That's what we do, because it's not about you. It's about me. So it's not about them. It's about you. And sometimes we get it mixed up. Like, I know people, and I've had conversations, y'all get it, and just evaluate if it's you. But I know people that actually sits and have these conversations like, I'm trying to be peaceful and this person won't let me. I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm tied up to this job. Well, baby, if you tied to that job that ain't bringing you peace, why you ain't moved? So you expect that job to make your life just peaceful. Like you expect them to just do all the work for you. Baby, no, it's yours. Why are you still hanging out in this crowd? Why are you still accepting those calls? Why are you still in those conversations and then go talking about they still in my peace? No, quit lying to yourself. That's when accountability comes to play. Accountability comes to place when protecting your peace, because you have to be accountable for what you give to somebody else. All of it, all the things, and where it seems like a lot. If you allow yourself to sit in a space to take one moment at a time, take one day at a time, but remember your peace, your life, your boundaries, your respect, your value is more important than anybody else's opinion. Baby, what you think about me, it's not my business. It's yours. Because I'm concerned with what I think about myself. I've had to come a long way with just being in the space and in the mindset of saying, okay, you know what? Because I've had some people to misjudge me, but based on their opinion, because they wasn't getting what they want and all the things. But baby, that's yours. That's not mine. I remember, and I'm just going to go here and I'm going to get up off this thing and remember, because I got to say it because it hit my heart when I thought it. I remember when me and my ex-husband separated, my last ex-husband. Y'all, I don't mind telling my business. You'll hear what you need to hear when you hear it. But right now, we're going to just talk about the last one. He said to me, he said, you make me miserable and I can't stand to hear the sound of your voice. Y'all, check this out, though. I was trying to calm a storm that had brewed up unnecessarily. But this the thing though. He said it. I said, say no more. When then start packing myself. I'm sorry, y'all. In my ear. Scratching that ear with this little thing. But anyway, okay, I'm here. Center. Okay. I started packing my stuff and I started thinking about what I was going to start talking about on my podcast. This was a few years ago. I actually attempted to start the podcast. So I didn't care about what you thought about me because I knew my intentions in that space was intended for peace, my peace. And if it wasn't rocking with you, okay, say no more. He said I made him miserable. I went and started. He couldn't stand the sound of my voice. I started a podcast. And I love it. You understand? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. But I love it. But what the significance in that is understanding that, hey, that was his opinion. There's some people, some songs and things of that nature that just don't sit well with me. If I am not for you, that is okay. I'm going to always be for me. And I think that trumps it all. Anyway, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just rooster sound. Okay, hold on. Brandon said the rooster sound. So let me tell you what it is, y'all. See, when people come on, then I just start switching because I want conversation, right? So I've been trying actually since the cruise. I got to post and get the video while I was trying to do it on my cruise when I was waking up in the morning. Like, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Did I do it, B? Y'all, I've been trying to do this rooster sound. I was like, yesterday morning I did, and I was like, my roostering sound a little shaky there. My rooster sound a little hurt, you know? But I just love it. I love it. I love it. But no, honestly, I think I was asking a question a minute ago, and I'm going to just jump back to this thing real quick. How do you protect your peace when life gets loud? Like I said, it takes practice. Sometimes practicing your peace look like turning off your phone. Sometimes practicing your peace looks like turning down invites. Sometimes practicing your peace is just sitting to yourself doing nothing, whatever it takes for you. Those different things it takes for me, baby. My peace so big, I be needing all the things to make sure I stay intact. You know what I'm saying? That's just for me. There's many things. I might go in there and just jump in the massage chair just to tune out people. Tune out like her. When I'm in there, I don't want my phone or nothing. I just, whatever it takes though. Setting boundaries. Setting boundaries will most definitely help you protect your peace because it protects you from allowing yourself to enter into rooms, into situations that just don't serve your purpose. It don't serve your season. We have to be okay with that. Those things that tries to take you out of character, you got to be okay with walking away from them. Y'all, you got to walk away from them. If it takes you out of character, you got to be okay to walk away from it. You got to understand how I choose to show up. Like, sometimes, and many people I've had like, man, I would have did this. I would have did that, man. I ain't weak. I'm not neither. Protecting my peace don't mean I'm weak. I just don't have to give energy to that will not serve me. Protecting my peace don't mean I'm weak. What we gonna argue for? If I stand on what I stood on, then what we arguing for? We ain't got to debate. Let your opinion be your opinion. And I'm gonna let my opinion be mine. Because again, my peace is about me. It's not about you. It's just, it is what it is. And again, it don't mean that you don't care. It just means that you care about yourself a little bit more than the other folk. And that's okay. Of course. Oh, you think you better, and I probably am. If you thought it, thank you for letting me know that you recognized it. No more should we be worried about other people's opinions about the decisions that we make in our life. We all live individual life, and I can't go to heaven or hell for you, and you cannot go for me. We can go for what we decide to do and how we decide to show up in life. I can't go for you. You can't go for me. So why am I concerned about you? Why do I have to go cut up just because to you it look weak? No, baby, that's my strength. That's my strength to be able to be in a position to control myself because I know what's more important. I'd rather give my energy to being out here making money and changing lives than to argue with somebody in a pointless situation. I'm just saying. That's just my life, not yours. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I have my moments where I have to vent about some stuff, but I don't even give my peace away to the person. Like you, I'm not even gonna let you think that you can get me all riled up. Now I'm gonna go cuss you out on the background because I am also, my intentions and how I show up is to be able to speak life into the spaces that I show up in. And if that means that I have to not say something in this moment because of anger or because of, how I'm feeling and all this, I'm just me type vibe. I don't, that's not me. If I intend on allowing my presence to meet someone else in a pleasant way, then I'm gonna have to refrain from some things. I'm gonna have to see the heart of people, see people and not circumstances. The Bible tells us that we fight not against flesh and blood, but spirits and principalities. So I'm gonna see the spirit in you. And so, but what I'm more concerned about is how am I showing up? I'm not gonna give you a reason to have to make me have to apologize to you for how I show up because I'm responsible for how I show up. I'm responsible for what I put out into the atmosphere. I choose to put out positivity, motivation, encouragement. I choose to be in a space to not only I heal, but I also speak into spaces to allow people to do the same. So with that being said, I will cuss you out with prayer. In a good way. I don't have any, I'm not going to allow you to get me out of character by making me cut up. Because I can't, because really, to be honest with you, how did that sound? You made me, think about it. You made me cuss you out. No. I probably ruffled your feathers. I probably got on your nerves, but I didn't make you do nothing. You made yourself do it because you're in control of your response. Hey, I just choose peace. I'm just saying, y'all don't mind me because this is what we just gonna do and we gonna sit that thing there. We gonna thank God for the peace. Thank God for the gift of peace and help us to protect it. Not to move by chaos of negativity. Guard our hearts, our minds, and remind us that our peace isn't fragile, it's powerful. Cover everyone under the sound of my voice with calmness and confidence today, Father God. Allow the storms to cease in their life according to your will. And if there are storms that's brewing and lessons needed to be learned, Father God, I just ask in the mighty name of Jesus that you allow it to come forth so their eyes, their heart, and their ears can receive it. In the name of Jesus, amen. Amen. Last thing I want to say before I jump on and go about my day, peace isn't the absence of noise. When I published my first book, the cover that I had on there, it was a bird. It was a bird because it's Poetic Revelations from Dysfunctional to Discovery. It was a bird. And the bird is sitting on like a little mountain or what have you. And it is pouring down raining. Pouring down raining. And I've had people ask me before, like, why did you choose that cover? Because that's peace in the storm. If you look at the bird he's there, he's peaceful. He ain't all frantic and feathers all over the place. He's actually peaceful. There's a storm brewing, and although the storm is brewing, does not mean that you can't maintain your peace because there will be noise. It don't come with absence of noise. It's the strength that stands inside it. It's just sit still. Peace sits still in the chaos. See, we be thinking, oh, we ain't peaceful because we got chaos and this and that is going around. No, it's being able to maintain, being able to hold to your boundaries, just being able to protect your peace, just like an umbrella in a storm. If it's storming outside, you go get your umbrella, you stay inside, protect your peace. Protect, I said pre, but pro. Don't listen to the mistakes, listen to the wisdom. But no, it's standing in the storm. A lot of people think peace is sitting on the beach somewhere with a, nice cold one hand sand in their toes, which is nice. That is nice and peaceful, but that is not your peace. That's too easy. That's not your peace. It's peaceful, But that's not how, if you look at it that way, that's not how peace actually shows up. Peace shows up in the calm when you can actually be in a situation and not allowing that situation to pierce your heart. When you can stand in faith with whatever is going on, it does not mean that, oh, you're not gonna feel nothing. It don't mean it's not gonna hurt. It don't mean that, it's not gonna come with some trials. It don't, that's not what that means. It means that in the midst of it, you're just going to remain faithful. In the midst of it, you're going to know to pray yourself through it and just be quiet about the risk. In the midst of it, you're going to stand strong because you know that your peace is attached to a peace. I got to get this nose, baby. But the peace is the chaos. The peace is in the chaos. It's those moments that we just know that it's going to work out. We don't know when, we don't know how, but we know that it's going to work out. It does not mean that, one of my statement for the week is I'm human before I'm anything else. Being that I am a life coach or author, I am the host of Talks with Tawanda. I'm a person that's relied on for wisdom, just that calm voice, just all the things. I am a mother, I am a friend, I am a sister, I'm a cousin, I'm all the things. But before I'm any of those things, I am human first. Good morning, Jams. I'm human first. And being that I'm human first, I have emotions, but it's my responsibility to control them. I have feelings, but it's my responsibility on how I sit with them, because I can sit in those feelings to allow, just frustration and to brew up anger, disappointment. It's all the things. But I can also just acknowledge that, hey, this hurts, or hey, this don't feel good, and then do something about it in a way that allows me to still be aligned with what I'm seeking, which is peace. I'm just saying, this is a message from Coach Tawanda. I pray that this message blessed your heart through all the rambling that I've done. I pray I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. YouTube, I'm gonna have to step away again. Somebody hit my door. I gotta see how to say You see how she come in my house now? I'm trying to protect my peace this morning. You see how people he is? I am trying to protect my peace this morning. And these folks come up in here early this morning. You know it's on live, right?
Yeah.
You smell good, nephew. Good morning. You could have put some lotion on.
Hello, guys.
I was trying to protect my peace, but nephew showed up. We gonna be peaceful today, though, ain't we?
Yeah.
I love. Go get ready.
She got to iron it.
She got to iron it. Why you ain't ironing it?
She said, "What is steamer?"
My steamer is. I barely iron myself. And she asked me for a steamer. Look in.
She doesn't even have a steamer.
Hold on, let me close this.
She doesn't even have a steamer.
Let me.
She doesn't even have a steamer.
Look, you can't be, boy. You gonna get me knocked off live. Move.
She doesn't have a steamer.
Move. I don't want these folks think I'm got you right here.
She doesn't even have a steamer. She doesn't even get a steamer.
Get your nephew. Go right down to auntie.
Okay.
Because I gotta finish my live. Y'all see this right here? This right here is what you call ghetto. First of all, it is too early in the morning for this foolishness. It is just too early in the morning. I got my ringer off, so of course I guess I didn't hear the call coming. And baby, You said fight. I ain't got time. I'm trying to protect my peace. Let me tell you, it's already be that I go get him from school, and when there's new people out there, he like to get in my car and be hollering out the window, "Somebody help me! I don't know this lady. She's taking me. She does that." I don't have time for him, so I gotta pick him up this evening. Ain't no telling what he got planned this evening, and so I don't feel like fighting with him. I just don't feel like I am trying to be peaceful. I am trying to keep my peace. It is too early for them. You heard how she talked about me when she came in. You heard it. Well, it's live, and you see this is real life. At the end of the day, sometimes things happen. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That piece, and she just came and shook the table, those phone calls, those pop-ups, and all the things. But no, I love my sissy and my nephew, so it's okay. I just, we just gonna roll with it because it's a part of the show this morning. Well, okay, y'all, this is my time. Make sure you go over to Talks with Tawanda on YouTube and subscribe. Um, in that space, I pour out. Love
See
you.
you guys later.
In that space, I pour out. You're welcome. In that space, I pour out my heart in poetry, which I've turned in pain into poetry, a little coaching, a little story time, and some tips to help us get to moving along. I will see y'all tomorrow morning at 6:33 because I will be here the rest of the week at 6:33 a.m. We gonna see what we got to talk about tomorrow. Don't forget, this week we have shared how to speak life over our week. That's what we did Monday. We spoke life over our week. Yesterday, we stayed faithful in the frustration, and today we talked about protecting our peace, understanding that it is our responsibility. So when those moments come and the spirit a little shaky there, things coming up and boat a little rocky, somebody shaking a table. I don't know. I just felt like saying that, y'all. Um, but when those moments come, we just have to be reminded that our peace is what's important, and we have to be reminded that it is our responsibility to protect our peace. This is not the season where we should be giving anything else away that is ours. And so, no, nobody can take it from you. Stop talking about folks stealing stuff from you that you're giving away. No one can steal your peace. That's something that they can't even see. You see it. You know what it looks like. So it is your responsibility to guard it. So in those business rooms, in that household, in those relationships, in those moments in life where life just shows up, because guess what? Life shows up every day. Always remember that it is your responsibility to keep your peace. You were created for purpose. Keep your peace and walk in it. It's yours. And you don't owe no one an explanation for keeping it. You don't owe no one an explanation for having it. You don't have to explain it. We have to get out the space of feeling like we got to explain what we doing to everybody else. No, we ain't got to explain it. How about we just let them deal what they do what they do, and we continue to do what we do? Because again, just like their life is important to them, your life is important to you. I love y'all. Have an amazing day on purpose. I will see you tomorrow, Thursday, day 4 at 7:33. Oh, and thanks for all the love. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the hearts. I love you. I love you. You love me. We a big happy family. A girl, a girl.